Opportunity knocks the door twice. Okay, not many. Have you ever seen a big business idea that you had a decade ago flourish into reality today by someone else? Have you ever felt you could do a better job than the other, but still the other has taken over your opportunity? Do you really think it's always the most talented person being successful? A fabulous day to one and all. These were the questions I had when I started off writing my speech on the importance of an opportunity. I love stories. I love reading them too. Recently, I stumbled upon a story of Ritesh Agarwal, who was a 16-year-old who ran towards the path of being the youngest billionaire of the country and the world's second in the youngest billionaires list. What would you do when you went into a hotel room as a 16-year-old? Well, you all might answer, sleeping, taking away the complimentary soaps and brushes, jumping on the bed if it's extra soft and bouncy. But the boy in this story is not a regular one. He was someone who learned coding at the age of 8 just because he was bored and had time. Looks like his parents hadn't introduced him to Peppa Pig. This boy had a book that was selling like hot cakes as a teenager. Well, I find it difficult to read one, and this boy, wow. Okay, let me ask you all a question. What would you do when you went into a hotel room and then you realized that the hotel room was not very clean and it was not of a good quality? Well, if you were someone like me, you would never go to that hotel again. If you were someone like my sister, you would go to Google, search for that hotel, give a 1-star rating and write a long paragraph that the hotel was not good. But if you're someone like my mom, you would call the manager and you won't leave the manager until you got that room clean. If you're someone like my neighbor uncle, you would tell them, I will see you in the court. But the character in this story is not a regular one. He was someone who wanted problems and always loved problems because he liked solving them. When he saw a problem at a hotel room, he just did some minor changes in the terms of hygiene and facilities and listed it on his app called Oyo Rooms. Guess how many hotels he has listed on his app? Guess the worth of his company now. It's a whopping 1.6 lakh plus hotels and a valuation of $8 billion. All because he found an opportunity where others would have found chaos. Don't think I hold some kind of a higher moral ground while I stand here and talk to you. I was literally one of the most pampered child. I have a bank called Sridhar Bank, who's my dad, and 2 personal assistants named Harshini and Diya, who are none other than my mom and my sister. You will never find me in any trouble because even before the trouble thinks of troubling me, my mom or my sister would have fought it out for me. An assignment I could not do, a project which made my life difficult, or a friend who isn't being the friend they should be. Whatever the problem, I had one strong solution: the combined power of my mom and my sister. Of late, I realized I had to stop this for my own self. I realized I had to start fighting my own battles and step up every single time I had to without any support. So I started doing all my projects and homeworks on my own and also asked my mom to enroll me to A+ Mastery. Now I could learn to do my own speeches, talk for myself and open up my thoughts. If I hadn't grabbed that opportunity I got that day, I wouldn't have stood here talking in front of all of you. Life is not served on a silver platter. It is the small windows of opportunities that we need to keep an eye on and exploit as soon as we see an opening. Having said that, it is also not right to keep waiting for the opportunity to knock your door. Instead,